Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video and to a new Daily Race A on Gran Turismo 7. This time we are at Blue Moon Bay Infield A Reverse, a track we haven't visited at all, if I remember correctly, at least in Race A, so that is nice to see something new. We are in the newly added Mitsubishi Lancer. We also drove at the Red Bull Ring Time Trial Challenge just recently, and we are on sports hard tires. I did 4 races for this video, certainly contained a bit of everything this week, as this track can hand out some nasty wall collision penalties, but we will get back to that later. And if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's jump into the first race. And as usual, I am starting from the back in this very first available race of the week. And we've also got Handsome Frank and Chicken Angel and Ghost Rider, a lot of usual suspects, Dav as well. And as we are working our way down towards the first tight corner, I am going to try to take it nice and easy. We are coming from this very wide oval part of the track, or tri-oval, and then we all have to fit down into the same narrow entrance into this corner, and it will be tight. I am getting hit from behind, so I'm just getting shot through the corner there, so I accidentally gained some positions. We are making our way around the first double apex hairpin, and now we've got a second hairpin coming up, and just as I try to turn in, I am getting hit in the side of my car by someone coming in way too hot. There's a lot of boom boom going on here. Let's go and have a look at all that. The first thing that happened was the German driver who hit the back of my car and just shot me forwards there, and I think they picked up a penalty. It certainly looked like a mistake, and let's have a look what this looked like from the Spaniard's point of view. Now wait for it. Here comes the Scandinavian flying through the corner, and we stay on board with the Spaniard because I actually ended up feeling sorry for them. They ran wide into that corner. Now they are getting slightly pushed off the track, and now they just try their best to get back the position, and they accidentally go into the side of me. You can see they tried to back out of it, but then they just get shoved off the track and into the wall, and they pick up a 5-second penalty. So that was really unlucky for the Spaniard there. But we are back in our own race. I managed to get past the German with the 7-second penalty, and just wobbling through the corners. This is the first race of the week. We are all learning this as we go along. I managed to sneak past Ghost Rider as well, and I have got someone on my outside there. It looks like it's going to be a bit of drag race coming down towards the first tight corner. Just trying to keep the car balanced so you can slow it down and don't unsettle the car. The car in front of me got a bit sideways. We all survived this. Now I am having a look. P7 is running wide, so am I. It's all getting a bit clumsy, but we managed to stay on the track. Now we're coming into the second hairpin. Let's try to get the car slowed down this time. I'm using second gear this time. I think I will start using third gear for the exit of the hairpin, because the car can easily pull out of there and you don't need to change gear when you want to accelerate. I go full sideways here. I was all the way down to third gear for unknown reasons. The car doesn't like that for sure. You really need to be gentle. Don't unsettle the car through that infield section. We had someone in the wall there. I am up to P5, and we are going to jump forward a bit in this race. I think we are coming in to the first tight corner. I am carefully trying to keep the car stable, cut as much as I dare. That was really close to the wall, but that's actually what you're supposed to do if you want to get some speed out of this track. And we are going to gain on P4 through the following corners here. Also, as we come into the hairpin, which gear will I use out of the hairpin this time? All the way down to first because I overcooked it, but I am exiting in third gear. And when you don't mess up the entry, get the line right, it feels faster. Here we nearly collide as P4 goes all sideways. They managed to see us, they managed to correct the car, but it was a close one very good awareness. There's a bit of side contact there, but we keep it all together, and we both survived for now. Let's just see, can we get a run through this corner? Now they are running wide, and I managed to sneak along the inside, and I think this time we are getting that position. And I think we are going to jump forward. We had DAF serving a penalty there. In fact, we are jumping to the end of the race. I was gaining a bit on the leaders, but couldn't catch them. We are going to finish in P3, and now the downwards spiral is starting for me as we start race 2. My short qualifying run gave me hope. I am starting on pole position, but look at my slow reflexes. Finally, we get the car going after the lights went out, and you can see my slow start made me lose not just one position, but it's about to lose me 2 positions as DAF is on my inside as well. So I really need to get some more coffee and start to wake up on this Monday morning. Now we are coming into this corner. This was actually a bit of a clumsy move on DAF there. A bit of ascent and unfortunately also a bit of contact. So watching this back, I'm not really feeling that proud of that one. But we are back in the lead. Not that I desperately wanted to get back into the lead, but that was how it went. Now I've got Chicken Angel on my inside there. We managed to make room for both of us. It was getting tight on the inside there, but we both survived it. And now we are coming towards these sweeping corners where you just want to try to keep the car steady, almost coast through the corners. At least be careful on the entry because it's easy to either get understeer or just go sideways. Here I actually managed to break free from the pack, and after the second lap I was also starting to build a gap. But now it all starts to go wrong. Here I mess up completely and I end up in the wall. And at first I actually misread that penalty. I saw it as a half-second penalty, but here the brutal reality hit me like a rock. And I could see what had happened, and now I am just going backwards. You can see we've got other cars catching up to me as well. It didn't go too bad. I had built a gap, but now I will see if I can at least catch back up to the Spaniard in P3. First of all, let's not make the same mistake again. It was a bit wobbly on the entry, but I kept it out of the wall. Already at the end of lap 4, I am getting close to the Spaniard, and we were actually on for a good little battle here. It's going to be a drag race towards turn 1. And I remember from the time trial challenge that you really have to rev out this car to get the most out of it. So we managed to carry a bit more speed as we come up towards this long corner that tightens into the first actual really tricky corner. I've got the Spaniard on my inside there coming in a bit hot. They managed to get the car slowed down, nearly colliding, but I managed to get the car stopped as well. Now I am on the inside. I think I am maybe overshooting this slightly. No, it's actually okay, but the Spaniard goes for the switchback, and that's perfectly fine. But here they are going for the switchback as well. They are bumping into me. I get pushed off the line, and then they just shove me off the track. I hit the wall and get a 5-second penalty. And because I was already annoyed at myself, I was really fuming. It's only a race A, it doesn't matter that much, but at the time I really found it annoying, and I'm so busy just keeping my horn pressed that I cannot keep the car on the track. My tires get dirtier and dirtier, still dirty tires, and of course I just hit the wall again. It has to be said that the Spaniard actually apologized in the pre-race lobby for this race, as they are in this race as well. We are just going to try again, but now this is starting to get into my head. I've realized that the wall penalties can be race ruining, and of course I'm starting to get nervous and lose focus. I did manage to get off the line quick enough, but as we are coming into the very first actual corner, I completely misjudged it and get a 5-second penalty straight away. And I am all the way back into the mid-pack chaos, and we are all just trying to survive. In fairness, everyone tried their best to just get around the corners here, but it was getting a bit tight now. I'm getting pushed on the inside, which almost makes me push someone on the outside, and yeah. At this point I was actually ready to just park the car in the pits and sit this one out, but I decided to stay in the race. It's really painful serving that penalty. I managed to catch up to the French driver who was also serving a penalty. They get a slow run out of that corner, so I get a run on the inside, and we are not last anymore. And I think we also got someone in the wall there. Yeah, we managed to get another position. They are really nasty, those penalties. Now we are coming in to this corner, and we have got P10. They are actually going into the back of us and taking that position, and I'm honking the horn again. I was getting in a bad mood this morning, but let's just keep it cool. We are getting another run as we have caught back up to the French driver. We are coming into that same tricky corner, and now the French driver is going to miss the corner. They are going straight into the wall. I'm almost following them into the wall. I get the car slowed down, so I avoided the penalty this time. I've got some dirty tires. Let's see if I can get the car around. You can see I'm really struggling to just get the dirt off those tires. And we have jumped to the last lap, and now we've got the Austrian driver in front of me who were really trying to just keep ahead of me. I'm getting pushed a bit on the outside there, and I managed to make a small undercut, but I am on the outside again, and once again they are just driving into me. But maybe it was just a bit of lack of awareness. Somehow they have picked up a 5.5 second penalty. I don't know how they managed to do that. I didn't see them hit any walls, but anyway, we just need to stay with them, and here we actually managed to get past them fair and square as they run wide. And now we just need to get across the line to finish this third race. This was a bit of a disaster race. I've got one more race in the bag for this video. Let's see if we can turn around this downward spiral to something positive. We are still starting on pole position. We've got a lot of the TCR drivers in. We've got Titsney in as well. And I get off the line quick enough this time. No sloth reaction times this time. And I managed to get in front and position the car for the first corner. Now let's just not throw it all away coming into that tricky right-hander where I killed myself on lap 1 on the previous race. Let's get the car slowed down carefully, staying in 4th gear, just letting the car coast into the corner and get back onto the power. And now we've got a couple of hairpins, and I mess up completely on that first one. In fact, it's easier to avoid the first apex and aim for the second one, but I was slightly panicking. I can feel that my confidence was taking a hit this morning, so now I just try to get back into some sort of rhythm. But luckily for me, they are sort of caught in their own traffic back there, so I am pulling away slightly at the moment, and you can see I am just really trying to take it nice and easy. I'm actually going fairly slow here and there, but I just don't want to hit any walls at the start of the race this time as well. So we are trying to survive. We have managed to break free. Now I just need to not crash for the rest of the race, and we are jumping ahead. We are actually at the final lap of the race, which ended up being the fastest lap in this race. So we are coming around this corner. I'm staying in 5th gear. You don't need to upshift to 6th gear. You just rev this one out. Carefully getting the car slowed down to 4th gear. Just coast the car in, and when it's safe to get back on the power, close to the wall as well, powering out of there. This time I mess up again. You can see I hit the first apex, and that just compromises the line out of that. Aim for the second one, I think, is a better idea. This hairpin, you just have to remember that it's a long one. You need to be able to see that bridge before you know that you are on the end of the corner, then you can get back on the power. Now I am just staying in 4th gear around the 100 board, braking a bit, just coasting in really close to that wall. It's always a bit of a risk, and here I just try to keep the right hand movement going so the car doesn't snap on me. Here you can brake just as the track kinks down, flattens out. That will make the car make a small twitch towards the right hand side, and that can help the rotation. And now we are just powering towards the finish line. So we managed to end on a high after 2 disastrous races along the way. This is a fun race. It's nice to see a different track. The wall penalties can kill the fun, but still it's a nice combo. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.